Howdy. Oh wait, I don't know why I'm putting my headphones on out of habit. That's hilarious, because they're fucking broken. Um, okay, let me do a couple things. No, I don't want to hear that. Hey, what's up, Mr. Leaky? There's a cat right here. Here, this is the cat cam for now. While I situate everything. Let's ping the Discord. She really likes to stare at my mouse. Like right now she's swatting at me. Let me look at the. Yep, she's attacking and punching my mouse on the screen. I don't know if I can like properly, like if the mouse is moving. Oh, going crazy. She's been doing this all day. She finds it extremely entertaining. Yeah, there you go. Good stuff. Same thing with text. I'm like programming and stuff and writing stuff out, and she sees the blinking text bar and just punches it. She's just giving it a 1-2. Now she's squaring up right now with the she's attacking. Oh, this is cute. She's attacking the little box where I'm located. Oh, yeah, she's still punching it. It's cute. Okay. You're gonna be distracting though, so I'm probably gonna have to lock her out of the room. Help me figure out which musics to create. Make okay, this cat is too cute and distracting. I don't know, man. Make something at 88 BPM in a natural minor key, and add a lot of squid sounds. Yeah, because that's what this song is, and that's what we're gonna work on. I'm gonna try to polish this thing up, and possibly extend this section over here, because we got our first half of the song is very short, and then our second half is like twice as long. I feel like it could be longer, but you know. It's 11 times 8. This 2 to the 3 times 11. It's pretty good. 11. We're at a base 10 system. All the 11s between 11 and 99. They're all pretty good. You're crazy. You're losing it. I want the snare to have a little bit of spray. Now I know where is. Have a there's a vinyl distortion somewhere, and I don't know where you are. It is unfortunately somewhat Hitlerian. Yeah. Oh fuck. I didn't think about that. All right, it does have bad numerology. Oh, things are sidechained to this, and things are it's making clicks, and then things are sidechained to the snare group, and I'm okay. I figured it out, folks. Figured it out. Okay, that's sounding better, I think. I don't know. I think I made the snare a little bit better. Snare was kind of an issue with this song. Consistency with loudness is also an issue with this song. What's up, Fortune from Within? Welcome back. Just working on trying to finish up songs that could go into an EP. Yeah, this guy, the Water EP. So, like, this song's pretty much done. I was thinking... I remember there's been a couple times where I listened to it and I felt like it could use a longer intro section, though listening to it now, I felt like it was totally fine. It doesn't need it. Like, I feel like the entirety of the first half of the song, or the whatever, the intro and then the initial quote-unquote drop all just, like, serves as this greater build-up for this section over here, which works. I mean, it ends up being like 3.5 minutes long, 3 minutes long, so it doesn't need to be crazy. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, a lot of people have been listening to my stuff today. It's been surprising. I think someone made a post in the like Tipper subreddit, and a bunch of people checking it out. It is cool. Getting dopamine. Yay. Big number. Streams go up. Yeah. now I made this so fat with the signfold distortion that when it gets removed, now I feel like we're missing something. Maybe I will also signfold distort the ARP Goop Steppa. Yeah, I haven't listened to them in years, frankly, but when I was first getting into this like genre of music and stuff, I listened to them a good bit. So they were definitely like instrumental to like the development of my tastes and whatnot. Who do I listen to now? I don't know. Who do I listen to now? What have I been listening to most recently? I mean, like, Tipper is obviously, like, the #1 inspiration. He's the GOAT. Though I've been listening to him too much lately. I don't know. Let's look at... What are my likes? Nothing really. Oh, I've been listening to a fuck ton of Osamu Sato, who's, he did the LSD Dream emulator, video game. Like a PS1 game. It's really fucking weird, and the music is awesome. So it's different from what I normally make. The music that I make now and the music I listen to is has varied quite a bit because and I still do like listen from time to time, but I don't know, it's like this genre and this sound is like all I've thought about and all I've done for the past like 8 years of my life, so I'm kind of fucking sick of it. It's like it's very, very difficult for me to hear dance music, bass music, dubstep, glitch hop, whatever, halftime that does something new for me. And that's just because I've just been listening to it and making it for so long. It's like such an intellectual thing. You know, I like it. I don't know, I like analyze it too heavily or whatever. But yeah, this Snook album's pretty good. Snook is good. Honestly, my SoundCloud isn't a great... Where's Tidal? Do I not have Tidal fucking pinned? No, it is. I just don't know the icon. Oh, big Son of the Electric Ghost fan. I've been revisiting his music. This album's from 2005. It's Bill Bless. He's it's a lot of like new school breaks and glitch hop and stuff, but insane drum programming, and he's goated with the sauce. He has like no following whatsoever, but he's been making music since like the 90s or something. He like made music with Tipper or some shit. He's been in the background of like the music scene forever, and he's really good. He's amazing. Insane producer. He has multiple aliases. Son of Electric Ghost is just like one particular alias, and he has a couple projects with that, and then he also has a main one called Bill Bless. Big fan of him. I've been revisiting his work lately. He was also instrumental to me like figuring out my sound and what I wanted to make. I've been really into Schwamp lately. Schwamp is really good. A lot of I don't know what to characterize it, dub, side breaks, whatever. It's really colorful and like melodically and harmonically just super interesting. It's just like really good fucking songs that involves like cool sound design, you know? So like this song here uses the he features the melody from Dire Dire Docks, but like in a like side breaky kind of context. he's fucking cracked. And he has a decently like wide range, just really good music. I've recently been Schpongle-pilled and been listening to Spongle a bit. Since I saw them play at the Gorge in Washington. But like Kalia Scintilla, I haven't really listened to them. I know of them. I've heard like a song or two. I can't remember what they were. I know I've heard them before, but they haven't like gripped me too much. In terms of like going outside of the genre, Terry Riley is super good. I've just been getting super into microtonal tuning theory, cool shit. And this is a guy, he like helped invent and pioneer electronic music, like from like the 60s. And this album, EP, whatever you call it, like each song is like really fucking long, is all in just intonation, so there's just like insane tuning shit going on. Is fucking nuts. It's really, really good. Hidden Orchestra has also been a recent find of mine. Really, really dig his stuff. It's like all recorded instruments. Just insane. It's like kind of dance structured a little bit. And it's just good. The mixing and everything, the production is just like top notch, top tier. It's some of the best shit. Yeah, highly recommend that. And then also, I've been obsessive over this album from these Tanzanian musicians. They're really good. Basically, this like tribe in Tanzania and Africa, they have like independently developed their own 7-limit tuning system, which is to say that they have a tuning system that references the 7th harmonic, which is apparently the only civilization on Earth to have ever tuned their music with a pure 7th harmonic. And the whole fucking album is really, really good. It's like, it's very digestible for like Western ears, honestly. Anyways, that album is really good. I highly recommend it. After I listened to this album, I obsessively listened to the album for like a couple days or something, and afterwards I now can hear like a pure 7th harmonic. Like when I listen to pieces in just intonation, I'm like, oh, that's a 7, that's a 7th harmonic right there. And I like just got it purely by osmosis of just enjoying and listening to 7-limit just intonation music. It's really cool. This album also fucks super, super hard. Really good. Peyton Rhizomorphic showed this to me. And I've been obsessive over this guy. This is some like Czechoslovakian flautist and an orchestrator. Anyways, it's fucking awesome. It's too scary. Mildly. It's also really soothing and fun and cool. Also, recent exploration of mine has been Exotica, or what else? How else do you what else do you call this music? It's like tiki music. It's like tiki lounge music. Basically, it's what like westerns imagined or envisioned what the Polynesian islands should sound like or would sound like. So it's like a Orientalist take from Western percussionists in like the 40s and 50s and 60s on what they thought the quote unquote savages would sound like. So like, yeah, it's, you know, the origins are like kind of gross, but the music is gas. It's good. Yeah, it's gas. It's so good. I'm inspired. Martin Denny, he's like the goat of that like particular sound or genre. He has a ton of albums, and it's all really good. It's just like vibey. I don't know. You play it if you're in a tiki bar where you're drinking I don't know, fruity cocktail drinks out of mugs that look like Polynesian idols or whatever. So like, yeah, like, you know, it's there's some like colonialism and like racism kind of in the background or whatever, but the music itself, you just appreciate it for what it is. It's gas. So yeah, I love the I fucking love like fantasy music. So like the music that is composed in like video games for like fantasy worlds. Like one of my biggest inspirations is Legend of Zelda. In particular, Majora's Mask. I grew up as a kid playing that game and it was like fucking magical. I remember being like 3 or 4 years old and just like getting stuck in the southern swamp and just could never progress. But like it was so big and just like, and I could just explore it endlessly because, you know, I had the imagination of like a 3 or 4 year old, and the music in it is super 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 inspiring for me. So that music, you know, it's like fantasy music. It emulates, it takes a bunch of ideas from different cultures and then like puts it in and tries to create a place that doesn't really exist. And I love that premise so much, and I kind of aspire to make music that feels like you're in like an alien world, an alien rainforest or whatever, or like in a just in a different place with different cultures or whatever, an alien sounds, you know. It's like part of why I'm like super interested in Zen harmonic and microtonal music. So Orientalist music in of itself is that it's fantasy music. Now it has, you know, it's what Western people think that other cultures sound like, when it doesn't sound like that at all. So like their projection of what they think it should quote unquote sound like is a fantasy. It's a made up thing, but it also leads to just like really creative and interesting sounds and colors and ideas and stuff like that. So, you know, like the music from Aladdin or whatever you could say is like Orientalist music, though it isn't explicitly because Agrabah is like a invented made up place, right? But that sound of the like double harmonic Phrygian or whatever the fuck, double Phrygian, double harmonic minor, that being used like quintessentially, and then like hearing like a tabla and a duduk and an oud and all that. Zen harmonic is like microtonal basically. So I make a bunch of like microtonal music using like different tuning systems and just exploring like what different scales and stuff sound like and what they can give you. So Zen, it's Xen as in like Xeno, meaning like other or alien or whatever. And the idea is like microtonal is like a vague word that just describes anything that isn't 12 tone equal temperament. But you could still create tuning systems that sound very familiar, and your normal listener would have no idea there's any difference really. But that would still be technically microtonal. Zen harmonic is generally used as a classification for like the invention or exploration of scales that are entirely novel and unique and otherworldly. So it's kind of like the inventing of different tunings and exploration of that, which naturally will lead to creating like alien sounding stuff. And that's been a whole rabbit hole I've been diving into. I've been obsessive over that for the past like 2.5 years now. 2 years now. It comes and goes when I get like super obsessive, but I would highly recommend you check out Sevish. His music is very good. He's like the biggest name for sure in like microtonal symphonic music and stuff. But yeah, his stuff, he does a lot of stuff in like 20, I don't know, just different divisions of an octave basically, and he all does it, and it's all like electronic music, kind of dancey music stuff, though he has some like ambient stuff. If you like ambient, this is really good. It's like drone ambient music with like him playing on a keyboard in different modes of like really weird and interesting just intonated scales. Is vibey. I kind of just jumped like right into a really intense part, but it's good. Really good. I recommend listening to the whole entire thing. I remember I went on a hike and hiked up a mountain and I was listening to it. And then I got to the very top of the mountain and then there's like a helicopter that like flew overhead, and like the helicopter blades like created a drone that like synergized with the drone of the thing. It was fucking awesome. It was good. And then yeah, he's got a bunch of dancey shit. Oh, this album by Genre is really, really good. Also, if we're like going back into the like tipper sphere of stuff, but I don't know. It's a wide range of shit. Yeah, I don't know. Mostly all electronic stuff. I'm also super into like Hindustani classical Indian music because I play tabla and I've been very into that. Would recommend. That stuff is also really cool. But I don't know. I don't listen to nearly as much music as I used to. I think it's like kind of an issue and kind of isn't. I for the most part, like in my like listening to music time, I'm just listening to my own stuff. I'm like analyzing it, trying to figure out what I need to fix, what I need to change, what works, what doesn't work, and stuff like that. And then, you know, some of it's also just like masturbatory, and I just like listening to my own music because I made it, so of course I'm gonna make something I like. So, you know, I think there's like a plus and a minus to that. Obviously the minus is I'm not listening to other music, so I'm not getting inspired by other stuff, but I think the plus of that is then I'm like creating a feedback loop and getting inspired off of my own stuff, and so I'm like continuing to go in like one direction. But yeah, I don't know. All right, I've been yapping for a while, so now I kind of forgot what the mixdown sounded like, so I should have fresh ears, so we'll see what the sound. This is so annoying. So I moved my desk and my speakers because my cat kept trying to eat fucking cables and stuff, as you can tell from the stream title. So I had to like cat-proof my room, so I moved my speakers and now they're now closer to the wall, and the room now just sounds different. Like the mids sound fucked on this, and they didn't sound fucked before. So I need to like retrain my ears as to like how everything's supposed to sound in this position. And I know they're too close to the wall because they were already a little bit too close to the wall before for like optimal placement or whatever. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I think I improved it a little bit, maybe, unless I made it worse because my room is now objectively worse because I moved the speakers closer to the wall. So like that could also be a thing. But the snare is weird. Snare's just a little bit weird because there's a bunch of layers, and some of the layers have like little micro transients like within it, and so like I don't know, they kind of like spray out in a weird way. And, I don't know. I'm not 100% about it, but it sounds good. It sounds good. It sounds fine. We're fine. Let's find Crabs in the Sand. That song, it does like to crash a lot, and I don't know why, but that's fine. It's fine. When did I make you? You were made last year, right? Squids and oh, even longer ago. Yeah, because it was before I played the show for Mindex and Dirty Wolves. It was because I had it on my USB. Yes, it was right before that. Okay. This is why you date your project file names, folks. It's important. You'll lose them if you don't. I know too many producers who just like name their tracks like Poop 2, Poop 3, Poop the third. Like there's gonna be a Poop 3 and a Poop the third. Like what are you doing with that? I'm working on an album or overall project. So I just put out an EP. So like, I don't know. I'm taking it easy, but I am working on another EP loosely. Yep, I told you this project likes to crash. It's really fucking annoying. So this EP is an idea. It's a thing. I probably should put it out. I've been wanting to make an album for a really long time, but making an album takes a really long time to do. And it's slowly been coming together. And I have every single one of the songs you see, all these names, these are all songs that are like unfinished and need to be like packaged and put together and released in a thing. And it takes me like 4+ months. Like once I decide on what I want to release, it tends to take me like 3 to 5 to a year, 3 months to a year or whatever to actually finish and release the thing. So realistically, if I decide I'm going to work on this album, it's going to take forever for things to get done. So it's easier for me to release EPs. So I guess I'm just going to keep releasing EPs. Also, people don't listen to albums. People only listen to singles. Like I just released an EP and most people like will listen to the first 3 songs and then they tap out because no one has a fucking attention span anymore. So like if I release an album, that probably wouldn't be smart. I'm going to do it at some point for the microtonal shit. I don't know. But basically, yeah, I'm working and tweaking and improving all the songs that exist in this EP. So the one we were just doing is called Sea Anemone. It was a placeholder, but you know, sometimes you give something a placeholder name and then eventually it like grows into it and you're like, all right, that's what I'm gonna call it. You could re-sample the stack and give it a new shared envelope, possibly. Oh, the snare. That is a crazy way to misspell snare. Can you... Oh, I didn't... No, I saved. You don't have to recover. Just open the other project, please. So, yeah. Basically, I have a lot of songs that are like 4 to 5, like 2 to 5 years old. And I want to release them really badly. But I also want to release my new shit that I've been making this year. But before I can release the new shit, I want to release the old shit. So there's a queue. So I'm trying to chip away at the queue, you know? Also, these songs I think would just work. Fuck you. See, we're gonna be here for a bit probably. Good thing I got the synthesizer working. Did the thing again where I didn't hit fucking no, so it's gonna take longer for the thing to load. I hate it here. Is the synth muted? No, the synth is muted. Wait. Oh my god, the synth's muted. Oh, just take my word for it. It sounded awesome. There's 11 people watching still, and I was just playing in silence. It's incredible. Hold on, let me. Why the front door is the synth not being captured? What is your deal? I'll put input, analog. Now it fucking works. Okay, cool. Just imagine it sounded really good. Thank you. There's way too much dispersion on that. What the? I need to stop swearing so much. Oh, that's why we're using this guy. That's stupid. Why are we doing that? Why is it missing? What? Okay, that's enough work, I think, for now. Cleaned up a lot of stuff. It didn't crash on me while I was working on it. So that's good news. That's pretty good. Yeah, that one sounded pretty good, at least on my monitors now. Again, I just moved them around, so like I'm probably missing something. Because again, room modes have changed, so I'm not used to it probably, but how do you structure your notion for music learning production and stuff? Like as like a general principle, how do you learn? How do I structure like I don't know, I just do it a lot. Like usually my biggest advice, like unless you could phrase the question a little bit more clearly, or more explicitly if you have like a particular thing you mean that I'm not grasping. My biggest advice to people is to just open up Ableton or to open up oh, Obsidian. I see. Yeah. Thank you for clarifying. It's not that well structured. I don't know. I have when I was in grad school, I had this thing for like study guides and shit, and I would just like paste notes and stuff. This is where I took notes. Like that was kind of useful. We got this is where all the pictures I guess are stored. For the most part, I just have this little music and audio thing This is where like, I was like workshopping, like a promoter wanted me to write a fucking whatever, a blurb from the third person, which I hated doing, which was awful. I took notes on how the auditory nervous system works because I wanted to like memorize it and internally understand it. So like I took notes there. Here's a bunch of cool words that could potentially work for the names of upcoming songs or whatever, right? So we use that one. Use all of those. Unrelated stuff, like how you are supposed to place your fingers for piano. The most useful thing I find is to take notes on songs that have issues. So I have too many fucking to-do lists in WIP stuff, but generally, like, for instance, here I classify. Okay, this is the actual interesting shit. When I'm trying to gather and put together like an album or an EP, I take all the songs that I think might possibly fit and I start to like get the idea together. What would the lineup and the order of the songs be? What would I call them? And then also, how close are they to being done, right? So like on this album, now of course, mind you, when something's like 90% done, you're only like halfway there actually in terms of finishing the song because of how like perfectionism and shit works. But this is a good way to understand like what songs are almost done, what needs focus more. And you can also take like little notes. Like for instance, this song's pretty much done, but I just need to tweak the snare, and the snare's got issues in it. These ones are pretty much done, so I shouldn't work on them. I should work on this one instead, which is what I just did. That's why I just went to this. So it's a good way to just like keep a checklist of what's important, as well as formulating and coming up with ideas. So like some of these, I'm like repeating different songs, like or maybe not, but like basically, I'll have different EPs with different songs in them. So, for instance, Monkey's Paw is in this spooky EP idea, right? It's also in this glitch hop EP idea. So I'm getting different ideas or like different groups of songs together. I'm like, okay, these 5 songs are almost done and these 5 songs are almost done. And they're sharing some songs and like which looks better as like a packaged result. And so I'm just like, just a way to conceptualize how things might work when they're finished, right? So like, okay, here's a potential EP lineup that would involve these songs. Here's a potential EP lineup that would involve these songs. If I were to finish this EP, then that one wouldn't work, and then I'll have to delete these 2 or these 3 or something, right? Shit like that. Yeah, so, and yeah, using it as a progress bar. Also, just like, sometimes you're going to listen to your song and you're not going to want to open your DAW, but you're going to notice something. You need to write it down, right? Sometimes you're going to do that. So that's also super, super important. So, here's just like a bunch of notes for different mix stuff, unwanted distortion in the right ear when the breakdown starts, shit like that, that you might not notice when you're like in the studio or whatever. So yeah, it's useful because you're not gonna remember everything. Sometimes you'll listen to a thing in the car and you'll notice something in the car that you wouldn't notice in studio, so you should take a note, and then you should fix it later. Here's a bunch of notes on Tabla. So it's just like all the music related stuff. I also got super into microtonal music theory, and so this is like explorations of I like ultra fixated on 23 Ito. If you divide your octave into 23 notes, what do you get? And here's basically explorations of different scales, what notes they have, what just intonated ratios they approximate, and how well they approximate them, shit like that. So just like analyzing different scales and stuff here. And I'm just like noticing like, okay, these are for each of these modes of the scale, these are the intervals that are justly tuned, etc., etc. Just a bunch of just shit. I'm just like getting stuff together. Here's a bunch of different like examples of songs that are in that tuning that I can use as a reference. So stuff like that. I did a decent amount of shit. Here's me like trying to come up with names for different 7th chords in 23 Ito because there isn't like an agreed upon way to notate or call whatever 7th chords, right? So you have like multiple different types of thirds. You also have multiple different types of fifths. You have a flat fifth and a sharp fifth, and you have multiple types of 7ths, right? So you get this crazy permutation of, you know, your root plus all the variations of thirds plus all the variations of fifth plus all the variations of sevenths, you end up getting like over 100 chords or whatever. So you're going to need like a systematic way to like name them all, shit like that. Here's me when I wrote an article for the Zen wiki, which I need to fully publish, but these are like theoretical concepts that I've like kind of come up with regarding how to come up with different scales and relate scales from neighboring divisions of an octave to another one. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just random shit, just whatever. Like I have a dream journal or whatever. Also, you know, you could put whatever you want here. I'd like prepare for an interview at a company, so I was like, here, this is important shit I need to remember and write down. Stuff like that can be useful. Yeah, that's how I use it. For the most part, though, it's just like take notes, and have a big page of all the songs that you want to finish, what you want to work on, and what needs to be done. Because sometimes you're not gonna like know exactly what you should do in a session, but like if I wanted to be like ultra productive, I could just open up like my to-do list or whatever and just go through it and just do each of them. Just work on each song for like 15 minutes. I'm like, okay, let's clean up this project and like organize it and tidy it and delete things that are not there, and then I can just scratch it off. And you can just go through the whole thing, and then once you know it, you're making progress on the large scale or whatever. Yeah, would recommend. I don't do it all the time, but I do it generally, and it has been absolutely useful. Especially when you start getting an album together and you actually have like a list of songs you really want to finish. Because, you know, when you work on an album, you chip away at each of the songs in the thing. And so you're going to periodically like listen to and re-listen to different things and find different issues, chip away at one thing and then move on to the next. And then you like cycle through it. Specifically handwriting, no, I am terrible at handwriting. This shit is illegible. So that's something I should do. I've been getting really into improving at typing the past like week or two. Yeah, like week or whatever. Because I always typed with I use my left hand in its entirety, and then I peck with my right. I would just use one finger with my right hand and then all 5 fingers with my left. And I could type at like 100 words per minute, but I couldn't go any faster. So I was like, let's learn how to do it properly. And now I can like type decently fast. Oh, I'm already fucking up. Using proper touch typing using both hands, right? Anyways, that's been fun. So I know it's also a thing to improve your handwriting. You could just like actually take steps to redo how you do handwriting, and I can stop writing like in fucking middle school. Right? That's a thing you can learn. I'm an adult now with like motivations and like an understanding of the world around me, and so, you know, like a lot of times people will be like, man, I sure do wish I learned this thing when I was a kid. But as an adult, you also have the superpower of like discipline and like understanding how studying and how learning works, you know? As a kid, like, yeah, it's easy to just soak and absorb shit, but you also don't know how to learn and you don't care. But as an adult, you do care. So I'm sure I could just sit down and then just like practice handwriting for like 20 minutes a day for like a month or something, and then just improve my handwriting permanently for the rest of my life. Now, am I going to do that? That's a question. I don't know if I have the discipline for that, but theoretically I could. And that's what's cool. You could kind of do that with anything. I just did that with typing. In a week, I went from typing at 100 words per minute using, you know, both hands. And then when I switched to do the proper typing, I was typing at 80 words per minute. And then after a week, I can now sometimes hit 150. So like, obviously, like I already knew how to type pretty fast, just with like poor form or whatever. But, you know, spend 30 minutes a day practicing a thing, you can improve at it really, really quickly, which is neat. What are we going to work on? What do we need to do? What's happening? Yeah, these to-do lists are outdated. They're very outdated. Yeah, let's just delete that. Goodbye. And then, yep, that's also super outdated. That was for a show I had to play. Let's see. Yeah, this song's done. I can get rid of that. This song's done, that song's done. I just released those. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do. We can try to find that drum and bass song and fix the snare. Let's do that. Let's do that. That one's like 5 years old. Yep. Yep, this one's 5.5 years old. God damn. Yeah, only 150 when I'm like, I like bursting. So, yeah, my best one was 161. It's like 15 words, like as fast as you possibly can go. Right? Because like no one normally types just like 15 words, and they're all like really common words or whatever. But it's pretty fun. Oh lord. No. I'm on the spot now. I'm streaming. It's terrible. So. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, so I fucked up at the end. Nope. Nope. I'm on the spot. I can't do it. Why is it lagging so much? Fuck me, dude. And 138, that was okay. 5-year-old project. I started at the very end of 2017. That's when I started learning. $134? Fuck. Oh. I'm terrible. Words that involve using like only my right hand, I fucking suck at. So things that with keys, because again, I'm new to typing properly with my right. Fuck me. See, yeah, if I didn't typo. Nope. No. No. Keep fucking up. At the end every time. I fucking hate it here. No. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm streaming. The pressure's on. No way. Okay, we got this song. Yeah, this one's like 5 years old. So it is like super outdated in all the techniques and everything I'm doing, but I did clean up the mix a lot for the mini mix I made at the beginning of this year, but the snare's fucking weird and I gotta fix that. We're missing something. What's happening? There we go. mostly do everything stock Ableton. I'll use like third-party synths and stuff sometimes when I want to. Like, I don't know, like I like additive synthesizers a lot, because additive synthesizers can do shit that you can't do otherwise, right? Because like, I don't know, it all depends on like what interesting algorithms they're using to like shape the partials. So that's unique to every additive synth, so that's why I like them a lot. Subtractive synths though, you like don't need to get like any of them, with the exception maybe one. Get like one big workhorse subtractive synth like Serum or Vital or whatever, Phase Plan, or I would say I do like Pigments a lot, though I feel like Pigments is more limited than the rest. It's easier to make cool sounds with it. It's got a really nice UI and a really nice workflow, even though I do find it to be a little bit more limiting. But yeah, I dabble with all those, but lately I just do everything stock, just like operator on everything. Thank you, Big Dumper. What a name. What a Is this garage? I guess it is. Also, what's up, Cam? I don't know. I remember when I made this, I was like, it's drum and bass, but it's slow, at like 75 BPM, so it's 150, which I guess that makes it garage. I guess. I always just felt it was just like slow drum and bass, but I know that's not a thing, or like break. Yeah, it's got that kind of like two-step feel. I mean, I also got a think break in it, which like, well, I mean that's just like a breakbeat thing, but yeah, no, I agree, dude. It definitely feels. I didn't have a word for whatever genre this was, frankly. I was just like, it's some form of breakbeat, but garage makes way more sense. Well, I think I made the snare better. Snare's definitely better. It used to be like really chonky. It used to be like a brick. Like it wasn't like a thin knife, you know, cutting through the mix. It was just like a fucking brick. I was just like slamming down on it. Here, let me find the when it appears in the mix. And we can compare old snare versus new snare. I think it's here. It's just a brick. It's got way too heavy a release. I think it's just the erosion that was on it. Okay, I think I'm sounding better. I think so. It's progress. Is it perfect? Probably not. But you know, you can only work on things for so long. So I don't know if Toasted Meat is still here, but in terms of the Obsidian making a checklist thing, it's, I think, the most productive I've ever been in terms of finishing stuff and getting work done is by just creating a big checklist of different songs, and you just drop into a song, work on it for 15 minutes, and then move on. Because you only have so much like concentration or like so much like ability. What's the fucking word? You lose your perspective so quickly when it comes to like mixing and working on music and making even creative decisions and stuff. So especially when you're trying to polish and clean something and like make it like perfect or whatever, you can only work on it for like 10-15 minutes. But if you have a bunch of songs, then you just have to keep jumping from song to song to song. So like, I don't know, I fixed the snare. I think I know there's some issues with the song, but like I'm not qualified to judge what those issues are at this point anymore, so now I move on. Okay, what? I don't know what to do. Let's go to this thing. I mean, if I'm doing the water EP, we worked on this one. The snare's been tweaked. I don't know what else it needs on. We can look at Whale Dub again. Worked on that yesterday. This is very close to being finished, honestly. Though I know I'm not supposed to, like, if I were to finish it, I should still probably wait a couple months before releasing it, because, I don't know, marketing is stupid. It's all dumb. Allegedly. I should still just try to finish it as fast as possible, because it's still going to take me longer than I expect. Where is Dub Dub? Where's the song I'm thinking of? This one. Yes. Save. The Applejack Sky song. Wait, why the fuck did we get... Oh, you said one of the whale sounds like a Jamaican guy saying, hey, or something. Right? Because it's like reggae dub. And then that had evolved into Applejack's the cinnamon guy. And then I found a creepypasta. I found the Applejack's cinnamon character creepypasta. This is wild. Oh no. He murders the apple. Oh. He ripped out his heart while shouting, "Here I come, I am Cinnamon." And he glared at the camera for the last 10 seconds of the commercial. I think this is not ironic. This was written by like a 12-year-old who really intently wanted to make something really scary. The camera zoomed in while the text "Cinnamon mass murderer responsible for 47 deaths across the country" faded in. I turned off my computer after what I just saw. I never watched an Applejack's commercial again. One comment. I want to see I have to make... Oh, I don't care enough. Can you use a sample of a dramatic reading of the creepypasta? No, I can't. I can't. I refuse. I'm not... I can't bring that into the world. We just need to leave it where we found it, I think. Okay, what's wrong with the song even? It's just this section. I think the rest of the song is fine. Yeah, the song goes on for too long. It gets fucking boring. Like, I think it just gets boring. I don't know. And I'm not happy with how the fucking polyrhythm bass sounds. we switched from polyrhythmic bass thing somehow into the original bass line in this section and dropped the polyrhythm noisy shit. Maybe? What do you sound like? Just gonna copy. We're just gonna copy all of that. Let's just paste that here. And then it doesn't work. Make a new operator. New YouTube player is so much faster. Dope GUI update. Oh, that's good. I've not noticed. Yeah, operator. Menu. The bass line. The baseline. It was posted on the Chipper subreddit recently. I think I unconsciously started biting it. Where? I think it's this one. Yeah, that's kind of what I was tapping into, I think. Wait, now how can I make it dank as fuck in the same way that the other one is super dank? I mean, if we like crank this. doesn't sound good. It's whatever. It's whatever. I'm tired. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm fed up. I gotta go give my cat meds. It's med given time. She needs antibiotics because she got the sniffles. She got a little cold. So I'm gonna go do that. I just got notified by Amazon that my new headphone cable is coming in the mail. So tomorrow. So hopefully next stream, I won't have to keep muting and unmuting my monitors and then continuously accidentally have my mic unmuted while I'm blasting music, because it probably happened multiple times in the stream. It sounds like shit. So we can avoid that. Yay. Okay, let's you know what? Because we're on the topic of taking notes and stuff. This one. What do we have to say? Drop 2.1.2 baseline means switch up. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. Socko mode. I think that's the biggest thing we need to do, because the polyrhythmic baseline thing gets old once we're in this bit here. And so if we keep it fresh, it's like this bit, polyrhythmic, cool. And then this bit, we have the switch up, and then we go into this much longer drony bit. I think that'll keep it a lot more fresh. So still some creative decisions that got to be made regarding this song. We're not done with making the song yet, you know. Like there's like the creative decision part of the process, and then there's like just technical shit like mixing. Still not 100%. No, I'm still not happy with this. But everything else, I think creatively I'm completely happy with. So good news, we almost have another EP already ready. So I'm gonna be pretty busy the next couple of weeks, but if I work my ass off, this can be completely finished and ready to ship by like end of October, which that'd be good timing, because I just released an EP like, you know, whatever, 2 days ago. So if it's done beginning of November, I can release this in December. It's like a 3-month thing. That's plenty of time for five track EP, 3 months apart. That's pretty good. And then when that's done, then I don't know. I can figure out what to do. I can figure out if I'm ever actually gonna make this fucking album, or I don't know. Or I can not release this in December, and this can go in as part of the much larger album. That is also a potential thing. It's probably not going to happen. It's probably not going to happen. I think unfortunate reality is people don't listen to albums. I should probably just keep putting out EPs, even though I really want to. But like I want to gain an audience type perspective from I want to have a, well, I don't know, people like albums. Fucking albums mean more to people, and I just want to have one in my project. I don't know. I've been milling it around in my head forever. Okay, I'm heading out. This was fun. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Thank you, Fortune from Within. Thank you, Gilp. And Mr. Leaky, of course, and all the others. I don't know if I'm gonna stream tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday, or today technically. Oh, today's Tuesday. Oh, I have plenty of time. Oh shit. Okay, yeah, I'm streaming tomorrow for sure. Okay. Yeah, I'm heading out. Take care, y'all, and have a good Tuesday. Yeah. Bye.